Hello and welcome to Pearsons Glass freeze fusing demonstration. By using the procedures you see here today, you will be able to make many beautiful pieces of jewellery, three-dimensional items and much more. Just before I start the demonstration, I'm going to run through a variety of the items that you're going to need and cover some safety tips. For this project, you will need a variety of items. We have frick powder. This is crushed glass available in a variety of different colours. All is compatible for fusing. You will also need plastic moulds. The ones I've got here are novelty ice cube trays. Clear mixing cups, some lollipop sticks for mixing the glass. I have a palette knife which I use for smoothing the mixture into the moulds. Some water, kitchen roll to blot any excess water. Toothpicks are usable to remove any bubbles. I have here a kiln shelf and primer, or you can use fibre paper. This stops your small pieces sticking to the base of the kiln during fusing. Dry paper, or in this case an abrasive stone. This is to smooth and take out any rough surface on the edge of your finished pieces. I have some jewellery bales and leather thong to finish the work once it's completed. And finally, a freezer and a glass kiln. All of these items are available from Pearsons Glass. Finally, for safety, I always recommend a mask. This stops you inhaling any of the glass powder when mixing, and also when cleaning out the kiln after your work, whether you're using fibre paper or backwash and primer, it can be quite dusty. I'm just going to clear all this away before I start the demonstration. For ease of use, you can't beat the novelty ice cube trays which I've got here. If you're more experienced, you can always use gel flex to make your own mould. Mixing different colours looks great, but always keep it light. Colours go a lot darker when fused, so you should mix 90% clear powder with 10% of the colour of the result you want, and that will give you a soft tint. Mixing 50-50 with clear and colour will give you a stronger, darker shade. Different percentages of mix will allow you to obtain a variety of shades of the same colour. Always use a separate container to mix the colours until you achieve the result you're looking for. Don't forget, wear a mask to avoid inhaling any glass powder. But today, I'm just using one colour. Making a paste. Add the glass powder to a little water in the mixing cup, not the other way around, as this reduces bubbles in your work. Slowly stir to mix the colour with clear and release any bubbles. Leave to settle for 10 to 15 minutes, then pour off any extra water. Careful when discarding the extra water, as this can clog your sink. After you have washed your glass powder a couple of times, the next is to add the paste to the mould. Using the palette knife and by patting the base of the cup, pour the mixture into the mould slowly, and this will avoid any bubbles getting trapped. Don't forget, you can get interesting results by layering or dotting different colours within your mould. When you're doing this, you need to place blobs of different colours in different places. For sharper lines, use tissue paper to dry the top of each layer so the colours will less bleed across. You can also freeze the mixture before adding another colour. A tip is to hold an electric toothbrush against the side of the mould to agitate any bubbles to the surface. If you do see any bubbles that are trapped within your mixture, try putting a small amount of water on the top and drill into the bubble using a toothpick. That will cause it to fill in. You now need to settle the glass and remove excess water. Gently tap the mould for 30 seconds and this will settle the glass into the bottom in fine detail and remove all the bubbles. You will see some water on the surface which needs to be removed using kitchen roll. Extra water can be used by turning the mould upside down, leaving it on a piece of kitchen roll for half an hour. Remember, the more water removed, the better your finish will be. Next is freezing. Do I really need to give instruction here? I freeze for about 2 hours for small items like this, or overnight for a large project. Remove your creation from the mould. It should be frozen solid, but be careful because you don't want to break your work. If it snaps, don't worry, as you can always refreeze it back in the mould. All you need to do is add a drop of water. If it's broken, don't put it straight in the kiln. Holding the pieces together, it never works. Prepare the kiln shelf in the normal way, using batt wash, primer or paper. Place your creation on the kiln shelf and wait for the piece to dry. You can fire it straight away if you want a more pâte de verre finish, or wait for the water to melt to give you a more polished look. To dry, you'll have to leave your small pieces for a couple of hours, or overnight for something larger. Once dried, do not touch the piece. It's very fragile, and although held together, will collapse if you touch it with your finger. Once your items are in the kiln, for small jewellery size pieces, use the following programme. For larger projects, send me an email and I will reply with the fusing cycle you need. Please remember that these are only a guide as each kiln and project is different. So testing is the name of the game and just adjust your times accordingly. Remove the pieces from the kiln and wash them in warm water. As you can see, the glass is fully fused. Don't forget to wear a mask when cleaning out the kiln afterwards. Now, if I take a jewellery bale, I can stick it to my piece with 2-part epoxy resin, then thread it with a chain. All the items you've seen today are available from Pearsons Glass. We do sell a freeze fusing pack with everything needed, plus fibre paper, back wash and plenty of powders. Thank you.